The Christchurch earthquakes have shown us the real risks we face here in Wellington. We sit on an active fault line and the city is prone to earthquakes. But in Wellington we have been preparing for the big one for a long time, and there have been many extensive studies around earthquakes. We put a lot of effort into making sure our buildings and infrastructure can withstand earthquakes.
We assess buildings and notify the owners when their buildings don't meet earthquake standards. And that applies to Wellington City Council buildings too. Hundreds of buildings around the city have been strengthened as a result, including the historic Embassy Theatre and the City Gallery. We're now working on the City to Sea Bridge and we're spending $40 million to strengthen council housing. Strengthening work has also been carried out on Wellington's reservoirs and water supply network with an investment of many millions of dollars. We now know a lot more about our fault line thanks to the It's Our Fault research project. This is an important 7-year study supported by the council, and it's providing engineers with more accurate information for designing structures that can stand up to earthquakes. And the good news is the big one may be further away than previous studies have suggested. Scientists say the major fault running through Wellington City is about 50% less likely to rupture in the near future. Climate change is another force of nature that we are planning for. With 3D technology, we can predict how rising sea levels could affect the city, and we are supporting more in-depth investigation into this. Wellington City Council looks after 195,000 people, and we manage assets worth $6.3 billion. From underground pipes and drains to libraries, pools, concert halls and sports centres. Our 12 libraries attract more than 3 million visitors a year, and our 7 swimming pools and 4 recreation centres cater for more than 1.5 million visitors. A new 10,500 square metre indoor community sports centre is now nearly complete. This is a $47.5 million investment in sports people of all ages. We are always looking for ways to make the best of these assets. Wellington City Council is obliged by law to have a 10-year plan outlining our activities, services and expected costs. And this plan must be reviewed every 3 years. We also have tactical plans to manage our assets. These plans link our investments with our strategic goals and our day-to-day services. The plans are reviewed internally and by our auditors every year and show that our assets are being well managed, that we are getting value for money, and we are identifying and managing risks. Oscar-winning film director Peter Jackson put Wellington's film industry on the international radar, and filming has just started for his latest project, The Hobbit. The city is also gearing up for Rugby World Cup 2011 in September. Tens of thousands of visitors are on their way and will bring around $45 million into the region.
This year has given us some big challenges, but imagination combined with careful planning will help us to meet the tests we face. Wellington is an international city, and we punch well above our weight.